Gentlemen, let me ask you something that might stop you in your tracks. What if two of the most ordinary foods in your kitchen, prepared in a very precise way and combined at the right moment, could support male stamina, circulation, and sustained energy for as long as 6 full hours? Not a spike followed by a crash, not a temporary boost that fades quickly, but steady, reliable performance that carries through your day or night. Even more surprising, what if this exact combination has been quietly used in traditional medicine for centuries, long before modern science had the tools to explain why it works so well? I'm Dr. Mika Hayashi, and I've been practicing as a urologist for over a decade. During that time, I've worked with thousands of men who felt their vitality slipping away. Men who still had desire, still had motivation, but whose bodies could no longer keep up the way they once did. What I'm sharing today isn't about chasing extremes or forcing your body into unnatural states. It's about supporting the systems that already exist inside you, so they can function the way they were designed to. The preparation I'm about to explain combines raw garlic with a very specific part of the egg, creating a synergistic effect that most men have never experienced before. This isn't about garlic alone, and it's not about eggs by themselves. It's about how these two ingredients interact to support nitric oxide production, improve blood flow, enhance cellular energy, and create the hormonal and metabolic conditions needed for hours of sustained stamina. That 6-hour window isn't a marketing claim. It comes from how slowly and steadily your body absorbs and uses the nutrients and bioactive compounds when this combination is prepared correctly. Instead of forcing a response, like many pharmaceutical options do, this approach works with your biology. It supports your body's natural mechanisms, which is why the effects feel smooth, stable, and sustainable rather than artificial. If you stay with me for the next several minutes, I'll explain exactly which part of the egg matters, why garlic becomes so powerful when prepared correctly, the precise method that maximizes results, and the timing that determines whether this works or fails. This information has the potential to change how you experience your own energy and capability in a very real way. Before I tell you which part of the egg is essential, you need to understand what limits stamina for most men in the first place. Sustained male performance isn't about a single system. It requires several processes working together at the same time. You need consistent blood flow to the right tissues. You need efficient cellular energy production so your body doesn't fatigue too early. You need proper nervous system signaling to maintain responsiveness and desire. And you need cardiovascular capacity that can handle increased circulation without strain. When even one of these factors becomes weak, stamina drops. I hear this every day in my practice. Men tell me they can start strong but can't maintain it. The firmness fades. The energy disappears. Others describe a deep fatigue that shuts their system down before they're ready. Some men feel limited by circulation, where their heart and blood vessels simply can't sustain the demand. The reason this garlic and egg combination works so well is because it addresses all of these limiting factors at the same time through different but complementary pathways. You're not getting a brief surge followed by exhaustion. You're getting broad physiological support that lasts for hours. And now that you understand the problem it's solving, it's time to reveal the specific part of the egg that makes this possible. The part of the egg that matters here is the yolk, specifically a raw egg yolk from a high-quality, pastured egg. I know that for some of you, hearing raw egg yolk immediately raises doubts or concerns, and that reaction is understandable. We've been conditioned to think of raw eggs as outdated or unsafe, but for this specific purpose, cooking the yolk actually removes much of what makes it so powerful. Heat significantly reduces or destroys several compounds that are essential for sustained male performance. I'll address safety in detail a little later, because it matters. But first you need to understand why raw egg yolk is such a unique nutritional tool. Egg yolks are one of the most nutrient-dense foods found in nature, and their composition is remarkably aligned with the systems responsible for stamina and vitality. One of the most important components is cholesterol. Cholesterol has been unfairly blamed for decades, yet it is a critical building block for hormone production. Testosterone is literally synthesized from cholesterol. If your diet has been low in fat or cholesterol for years, Your body may be struggling to produce hormones at optimal levels simply because it lacks raw materials. Raw egg yolk provides cholesterol in a form your body readily uses. Beyond cholesterol, egg yolks are rich in phospholipids such as phosphatidylcholine. These compounds are essential for healthy cell membranes. Every cell involved in hormone signaling, nerve transmission, and energy metabolism relies on strong, flexible membranes to function properly. When membrane health declines, communication between cells weakens. These phospholipids act like structural support, allowing your cells to transmit signals efficiently and respond when demand increases. One of the most overlooked nutrients in egg yolk is choline. Most men don't get nearly enough of it. Choline is the precursor to acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that plays a central role in nerve signaling, including the signals responsible for arousal and physical responsiveness. Without adequate acetylcholine, the messages from your brain to your body become weaker and less reliable. This neural component is often ignored, yet it's essential for sustained performance. Egg yolks also provide a strong supply of B vitamins, especially B12, B6, and folate. These vitamins are directly involved in converting food into usable cellular energy. When B vitamin levels are low, energy production becomes inefficient, and fatigue sets in far sooner than it should. This is why many men experience an early drop-off rather than a steady output. Raw egg yolk helps support these energy pathways, so your cells can keep producing fuel over extended periods. Another critical compound in egg yolk is CoQ10. This molecule is essential for mitochondrial function. Your mitochondria are responsible for producing ATP, the energy currency your body uses for all physical activity. Higher CoQ10 availability means your cells can generate energy more consistently instead of burning out early. This isn't stimulation, it's sustained production. Egg yolks also contain fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, each playing a role in hormonal health, immune protection, and tissue function. Vitamin D, in particular, has a well-documented relationship with testosterone levels. Vitamin E helps protect cells from oxidative stress, while vitamin A supports reproductive tissue health. These vitamins work together to create an internal environment where performance is supported rather than limited. Finally, egg yolks provide zinc and selenium in highly absorbable forms. Both minerals are essential for testosterone production and reproductive health. Selenium becomes especially important when combined with garlic, which enhances its protective effects. On their own, these nutrients are valuable. But when paired with the right partner, their impact increases significantly. That partner is garlic, and this is where the real synergy begins. Garlic contains a sulfur compound called allicin, which forms only when garlic is crushed or chopped. Allicin is responsible for garlic's distinctive smell and many of its health benefits. But here's the detail most people miss. After crushing garlic, it must sit for about 10 minutes before use. This waiting period allows allicin formation to reach its peak. Skipping this step dramatically reduces its effectiveness. Allicin and related sulfur compounds enhance nitric oxide production through multiple pathways. They stimulate the enzymes responsible for producing nitric oxide and protect existing nitric oxide from breaking down too quickly. The result is not just more circulation, but longer-lasting circulation. Instead of a brief surge, blood flow remains elevated and responsive. Garlic also protects the endothelial cells that line your blood vessels. These cells play a direct role in nitric oxide release. When they're inflamed or damaged, circulation suffers. Garlic's antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties help keep these cells healthy and responsive. Research has also shown that garlic improves arterial flexibility, allowing blood vessels to dilate and maintain that dilation under sustained demand. Garlic supports testosterone as well, both by signaling production and by protecting testosterone-producing cells from oxidative stress. It also strengthens cardiovascular health overall, supporting healthy blood pressure, circulation, and energy metabolism. When you combine garlic's effects with the nutritional density of raw egg yolk, you're no longer supporting one system. You're supporting all of them at once. And that's what makes the next step The preparation, so critical. To get the full benefit from this combination, the preparation has to be done correctly. The process itself is simple, but every detail matters. Small mistakes can significantly reduce the effectiveness, so it's important to follow the method closely. Start with fresh, high-quality garlic cloves. Organic garlic is preferred because some conventionally grown garlic is treated with chemicals that inhibit sprouting, and those treatments may reduce its beneficial properties. For one serving, you'll need 2 to 3 medium-sized cloves. Peel the cloves and crush them thoroughly using a garlic press or the flat side of a knife. Crushing is not optional. This step breaks the cell walls and allows the enzyme alliinase to convert allicin into allicin, the compound responsible for garlic's most powerful effects. Once crushed, let the garlic sit undisturbed for about 10 minutes. This waiting period is critical. It allows allicin formation to reach its peak. Skipping or shortening this step weakens the entire preparation, so set a timer if you need to. While the garlic is resting, prepare the egg yolk. Use eggs from pastured hens whenever possible. Eggs from hens raised on pasture have a noticeably richer nutritional profile, which you can often see in the deeper orange color of the yolk. This color reflects higher levels of carotenoids and other beneficial compounds. Crack the egg carefully and separate the yolk from the white. For this preparation, only the yolk is used. Place it in a small bowl. After the 10-minute waiting period, add the crushed garlic to the bowl with the raw egg yolk. Using a fork or small whisk, mix the two thoroughly until the garlic is evenly distributed throughout the yolk. The goal is a uniform mixture, ensuring that every portion of the yolk carries the bioactive compounds from the garlic. This even distribution helps maximize absorption once consumed. At this stage, some men choose to add optional ingredients. These aren't required, but they can enhance both effectiveness and taste. A small amount of raw honey, about half a teaspoon, can be added. Honey supports vascular health and may improve the absorption of certain compounds. It also softens the sharpness of raw garlic. A squeeze of fresh lemon juice is another optional addition. The acidity helps with nutrient absorption and provides vitamin C, which supports circulation and works well alongside nitric oxide production. For additional hormone support, 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil can be mixed in. The healthy fats in olive oil support testosterone production and improve absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. These additions are optional, but they can make the mixture easier to consume and slightly enhance its overall impact. Once mixed, some practitioners recommend letting the mixture sit for another 15 to 20 minutes. During this time, the compounds in the garlic and egg yolk begin interacting at a biochemical level. This step is optional. The mixture can be consumed immediately after mixing and still be effective. The most important preparation steps are crushing the garlic, waiting 10 minutes, and using a raw, high-quality egg yolk. Now we come to the factor that determines whether this preparation delivers the 6-hour benefit or falls short. Timing. To maximize sustained performance, this mixture should be consumed about 90 minutes to 2 hours before you want peak effects. This window allows enough time for digestion, nutrient absorption, and activation of nitric oxide pathways. Taking it too close to the moment you need performance won't give your body enough time to respond fully. It's best taken on an empty or nearly empty stomach. A full stomach slows absorption and reduces the efficiency of the process. When taken with minimal competing food, the compounds are absorbed more quickly and used more effectively. Some men take this preparation in the morning and notice enhanced energy, circulation, and mental clarity throughout the entire day. The reason the effects last so long is because multiple systems are being supported at once. The cholesterol in the egg yolk supports hormone production over several hours. Choline supports ongoing neurotransmitter activity. Garlic continues to enhance nitric oxide production and protect it from rapid breakdown. B. Vitamins and CoQ10 sustain energy production at the cellular level. This isn't one mechanism turning on briefly. It's several systems working together in parallel. Before moving forward, it's important to talk about safety, especially when raw eggs are involved. This is where many men hesitate. and it's a valid concern. Understanding how to minimize risk is essential before deciding whether this approach is right for you. Safety always comes first, and it's important to address concerns honestly rather than brushing them aside. The primary worry with raw egg yolks is bacterial contamination, particularly salmonella. The risk exists, but it's often misunderstood. The majority of salmonella cases linked to eggs come from the egg white or the shell, not the yolk itself. That said, sourcing matters. Using fresh, high-quality eggs from reputable farms dramatically reduces risk. Pastured or organic eggs from producers who follow strict hygiene standards are the safest option. Another effective step is washing the eggshell gently with warm water before cracking it. This helps remove surface bacteria that could transfer to the yolk during separation. Some people also choose to briefly dip the whole egg in very hot water for a few seconds, not long enough to cook it, but enough to reduce surface contamination. These precautions significantly lower risk without affecting the nutritional value of the yolk. If you have a compromised immune system, are undergoing medical treatment, or have been advised by your doctor to avoid raw foods, this preparation may not be appropriate. In that case, there are alternatives we can discuss later. But for healthy individuals using proper sourcing and handling, the risk remains very low. Millions of people around the world consume raw or lightly cooked eggs daily without issue. Garlic itself is extremely safe for most people, but it can cause stomach discomfort if taken in large amounts or on an empty stomach, especially for those who aren't used to it. That's why moderation matters. 2 to 3 cloves is enough to activate the desired pathways without overwhelming your digestive system. If you're new to raw garlic, starting with 1 clove and gradually increasing may be more comfortable. Another important consideration is consistency. This is not meant to be used multiple times a day or in excessive doses. Once daily is sufficient. The goal is to support natural processes, not push your body into overdrive. More is not better in this case. Overuse can lead to digestive irritation or unnecessary strain on the system. Now let's talk about who this combination is best suited for. This approach tends to work particularly well for men who experience reduced stamina due to circulation issues, mild hormonal decline, or age-related energy loss. Men over 40 often see the most noticeable benefits because their nitric oxide production and testosterone levels naturally begin to decline with age. Supporting these systems can restore function closer to what they experienced in earlier years. Men under 40 can benefit as well, especially those under high stress, dealing with poor sleep, or consuming diets low in essential fats and micronutrients. Stress and sleep deprivation suppress testosterone and impair circulation regardless of age. This preparation helps counter those effects by supporting hormonal balance and vascular function. However, this is not a cure for severe medical conditions. If you have advanced cardiovascular disease, severe erectile dysfunction with an underlying neurological cause, or significant hormonal disorders, this approach should be viewed as supportive, not curative. Medical evaluation and treatment remain essential in those cases. That said, many men find that supporting their baseline physiology improves their response to other treatments as well. Another benefit worth mentioning is the effect on overall cardiovascular health. Garlic has been extensively studied for its role in supporting healthy blood pressure, improving lipid profiles, and reducing oxidative stress in blood vessels. Egg yolk, despite its reputation, does not worsen cardiovascular health when consumed as part of a balanced diet. In fact, the nutrients in egg yolk support vascular integrity and metabolic health. As you continue this routine, some men notice additional benefits beyond stamina. Improved mental focus, steadier energy throughout the day, better mood, and enhanced recovery after physical activity are commonly reported. These effects make sense when you consider the underlying mechanisms. Better circulation improves oxygen delivery. Improved mitochondrial function increases energy production. Balanced hormones support mood and motivation. What's important to understand is that this combination doesn't force your body to perform. It removes obstacles that prevent it from functioning efficiently. That distinction explains why the effects feel natural rather than artificial. There's no sharp rise followed by a crash. Instead, there's a steady, sustained improvement that carries through multiple hours. At this point, you understand what it is, how it works, how to prepare it, and how to use it safely. The final question most men ask is how long it takes to notice results and what kind of changes to expect over time. That's exactly what we'll explore next. Once you start this garlic and raw egg yolk routine, the effects are both immediate and cumulative. From the first serving, most men notice a subtle but definite shift within 90 minutes to 2 hours. Your hands and feet may feel warmer as circulation improves, and there's a general sense of alertness and readiness. It's not a jittery caffeine rush, this is natural, sustainable energy flowing through your system. Mental clarity sharpens, and a quiet, steady vitality begins to emerge. The first use gives your body a preview of what's possible, but the real transformation comes with consistent practice. 2 to 3 times per week is sufficient to see meaningful results. By the end of the first week, many men report improvements in mood, slight increases in morning responsiveness, and a steadier baseline energy level. There's no magic overnight fix. This is about rewiring your body's natural systems, giving them the resources they need to perform at their best. By weeks 2 to 4, the changes become more noticeable. Stamina lasts longer, physical performance feels smoother, and cardiovascular capacity begins to stabilize. Men often report stronger, more reliable morning responses. This is when the synergy between garlic and egg yolk really starts to pay off. The cholesterol from the yolk supports testosterone production over hours. The choline sustains neural signaling, and the sulfur compounds from garlic continuously enhance nitric oxide availability. You're not relying on a temporary boost. You're giving your body the tools to perform consistently. By the 8 to 12-week mark, cumulative effects become profound. Baseline energy levels rise, mental focus improves, and overall vitality becomes apparent not only to you but also to those around you. Many men notice enhanced body composition as hormonal balance improves, supporting muscle maintenance and fat metabolism. Recovery after exercise is faster, and stamina during physical or sexual activity is more consistent. This isn't anecdotal, it's a predictable result of supporting circulation, energy metabolism, and hormonal health at the same time. One example that illustrates the potential of this protocol is a 62-year-old patient who had experienced years of declining stamina. Within 3 weeks of using this garlic and egg yolk mixture twice weekly, he reported feeling like I'm in my 40 seconds again. His energy throughout the day improved, his morning responses became stronger, and his confidence, which had been eroded over years, returned. These results aren't unique, they're consistent among men who follow the protocol correctly. Practical tips for sustainability are crucial. Always prepare the mixture fresh. Raw egg yolks do not store well, even refrigerated, and freshness is key for both safety and potency. You can, however, pre-crush garlic portions for a day or two to make preparation quicker. Keep a steady supply of high-quality eggs and fresh garlic on hand so that you can prepare the mixture whenever needed. Timing is equally important. Establish a routine by choosing specific days, such as Monday and Thursday evenings, for example. This ensures consistency without overuse. Be mindful of garlic's strong flavor, which can linger on the breath. Chewing parsley, mint, or fennel seeds afterward can neutralize odor, and the optional lemon juice in the mixture also helps reduce pungency. Drinking a glass of water after consumption supports nutrient absorption and overall effectiveness. It's worth noting the historical context here. For thousands of years, traditional medicine systems across cultures have recognized the synergistic effects of garlic and eggs for male vitality. In Chinese medicine, garlic is considered warming and energizing, while eggs are building and strengthening. Mediterranean folk medicine praises garlic for circulation and eggs for overall reproductive health. Ayurvedic practices highlight garlic as a circulation booster and eggs as a stamina enhancer. Modern science now confirms what these traditions observed. These foods truly support vascular, hormonal, and energy systems simultaneously. Finally, compared to pharmaceutical interventions, this combination offers a fundamentally different approach. Drugs may create a temporary effect by blocking enzymes or forcing hormonal responses, but they rarely improve underlying systems. This natural method strengthens the foundation, blood flow, energy metabolism, hormonal balance so the effects are longer lasting, cumulative, and free from the harsh side effects often associated with medications. With this understanding, you can start integrating the garlic and raw egg yolk mixture into your routine safely and effectively. It's about giving your body the support it needs to perform naturally, reliably, and sustainably. By the next part, I'll guide you through real-world strategies to maximize results and turn this preparation into a permanent, life-enhancing habit. Now that you understand the science, preparation, and safety, it's time to focus on turning this into a sustainable habit that fits into your life. The most important principle is consistency. This isn't a one-time hack, it's a routine designed to support your body's natural systems over time. Establish specific days and times for consumption, ideally 2 to 3 times per week, to create a rhythm your body can adapt to. Regular use ensures that nitric oxide pathways, neurotransmitter activity, hormone production, and cellular energy systems are continually supported. Start by preparing the mixture fresh each time. Raw egg yolks don't store well, and their potency diminishes over time. Garlic can be pre-crushed and stored in airtight containers in the fridge for a day or two, making preparation faster without compromising allicin formation. Keep high-quality, pastured eggs and fresh organic garlic on hand at all times. The availability of fresh ingredients removes barriers and makes it easier to stick with the routine consistently. Timing remains the cornerstone of effectiveness. Consume the garlic and egg yolk mixture about 90 minutes to 2 hours before you anticipate peak performance. Whether that's physical activity, a demanding workday, or intimate moments, this window allows the body to absorb nutrients, maximize nitric oxide production, and stabilize hormone support. For optimal results, take it on an empty or lightly filled stomach. A heavy meal can slow absorption and blunt the effects. As you continue, you'll notice both immediate and cumulative benefits. From the first serving, there's a gentle rise in energy and circulation. Hands and feet feel warmer, alertness improves, and a subtle readiness emerges. By the second or third week, stamina during physical activity and intimate moments becomes more reliable. Morning energy and hormonal function begin to show measurable improvement. By the 2 to 3 month mark, most men report profound changes: sustained energy throughout the day, improved focus, stronger morning responses, better mood, enhanced recovery after exertion, and even positive changes in body composition due to improved hormonal balance. A practical tip for making this habit sustainable is to integrate it into existing routines. For example, you might choose Monday and Thursday evenings as your preparation days. If you consume the mixture in the morning, pair it with a glass of warm water or a light snack like a few raw nuts to aid absorption. After consuming garlic, fresh parsley, mint leaves, or fennel seeds can help neutralize lingering odor. Hydration is also important. Drinking water supports nutrient transport and utilization, ensuring the compounds reach the tissues where they are most effective. Historically, cultures around the world have recognized the value of garlic and eggs for male vitality. Traditional Chinese medicine emphasizes garlic as a circulation booster and eggs as strengthening and nourishing. Mediterranean practices highlight garlic for vascular health and eggs for reproductive support. Ayurvedic medicine praises garlic as heating and energizing, and eggs as building stamina and endurance. Modern science now validates these observations, showing that these foods work synergistically to support nitric oxide production, hormone balance, and cellular energy simultaneously. Compared to pharmaceuticals, this natural approach offers distinct advantages. Drugs often provide a short-term boost by inhibiting enzymes or forcing artificial responses, but they rarely improve the underlying systems. Garlic and egg yolk, in contrast, support vascular, hormonal, and metabolic health at a fundamental level. Over time, this strengthens the foundation, creating long-lasting, cumulative benefits that feel natural and sustainable. Remember, this protocol is not about extreme doses or overloading your system. More isn't better. Stick to the recommended frequency and dosage, 2 to 3 times per week, with careful attention to preparation, timing, and ingredient quality. Respect the process, give your body time to respond, and track your results. Many men find it motivating to keep a simple journal of energy levels, mood, performance, and overall vitality. Tracking progress reinforces consistency and helps you notice subtle improvements that accumulate over time. Gentlemen, this is more than just a recipe. It's a system designed to restore and maintain natural stamina, energy, and confidence. By combining garlic and raw egg yolk with precise preparation, proper timing, and high-quality ingredients, you're giving your body the tools it needs to function at its best. The results aren't dramatic or artificial. They're natural, reliable, and sustainable. Take this knowledge, implement it consistently, and watch how your energy, performance, and overall vitality transform. Share this video with friends who could benefit from it, and track your own progress to see firsthand the power of this centuries-old, scientifically validated approach. I'm Dr. Mika Hayashi, and I'll see you in the next video where we continue exploring practical ways to support natural male vitality and performance.